Have you at any point encountered the torment of somebody you truly care about not paying consideration regarding you? It's as they don't care about your sentiments and treat you as if you don't make any difference. They won't ever appear to contemplate your necessities, regardless of whether you love and care for them a great deal. But imagine a scenario where there was a method for changing this to make them need to esteem and place you first. In this video, we'll uncover 10 significant rules to become somebody who's, as a matter of fact, fascinating and who others truly care about being around. Each standard we discuss is vital, and we propose you observe the entire video to see the reason why every one is crucial for working on your connections. Presently, let's get everything rolling. Rule 1. Keep some things to yourself and be a little baffling. The possibility of not knowing every little thing about you is appealing, and this secret can make you strong. As Seneca said, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. Accept this as your guidance. Be present but also keep a sense of mystery. Like a book, for some secret chapters, allow others to discover more about you gradually in a smart manner. Share pieces of your life over time, letting them become intrigued and curious about you. This way, your character becomes like a puzzle they want to solve, making them more eager to explore your character. Contemplate Cleopatra, the famous historical figure. She wasn't just attractive and strong, she was also mysterious. She kept her thoughts and reasons hidden, making people very curious about her. If you want to get people's attention, be astonishing by following a different path through new and fresh areas. This will draw them in and make them want to understand you better. Don't reveal everything about yourself immediately. Let them explore and be a part of your journey. In simple terms, don't show everything about your life to everyone. Instead, consider your life like a book with many chapters. Each chapter shows a little bit more about the interesting person you are. By keeping some things mysterious, you become more attractive, and others will want to learn more about you. Rule 2. Make people scared of losing you. People often don't appreciate what's easy to get, but they care more when there's a chance of losing it. Imagine yourself as someone they can't replace, and if you were no more, they'd miss you a lot. You're not just one of many options, you're very important to them. How can you make them have that impression? By being independent and able to take care of yourself. Your life is interesting and fulfilling all on its own, even without their input. This makes them want to be a part of your life because they see it as a great opportunity, not something they expect. This idea is similar to a philosophy that says you have some control over your thinking even if you have no control over everything else around you. Embrace this, and you'll feel stronger. Your power comes from being independent and having an interesting life. People will see you as someone valuable, not just another person seeking their attention. They'll actively try to keep you in their life. You don't need to pursue or ask for their attention, they should be the ones trying to stand out. So, make them a bit worried about losing you. Let them actively want to be a part of your life and see you as something significant. Let's look at how Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak collaborated at the beginning of Apple as a model. Wozniak was excellent at engineering and played a big role in creating the first Mac computers. His technical skills and creative ideas helped Apple succeed early on. Jobs saw how great Wozniak's skills were and how significant he was to their project. Jobs didn't just work with Wozniak, he also helped and highlighted Wozniak's work in their collaboration. Wozniak was not just a partner, he was truly significant. If he wasn't there, it would have been a big problem for Jobs and Apple. This shows how essential it is to recognize and appreciate what each individual brings to the team, making yourself someone they can't replace in any group project. Rule 3: Make your own happiness. This means believing that true happiness comes from inside you. It's about being positive and independent, which naturally makes you more attractive. Instead of relying on others to fulfill you, find happiness on your own. Being confident and happy on your own makes you more attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who are positive and secure with themselves. When you find joy within yourself, you become like a guiding light that inspires others. When you create your own happiness, it shows that you're not looking for someone else to make you feel complete. You're already a joyful and complete person on your own. This is attractive because it doesn't make others responsible for your happiness. Instead, you want to share the happiness you have with others and enhance their lives. This makes your presence very appealing, shining with energy and confidence that naturally attracts people to you. Seneca once said, "True happiness is when you enjoy the present and worry less about the future." This means you can fulfill yourself, regardless of external circumstances. Consider Theodore Roosevelt. Even with significant challenges like losing his wife and mother on the same day, he knew how to satisfy himself. He lived a life of robust activities, such as boxing and helping others. His happiness and energy stemmed from within, not from others' opinions. This made him a respected leader and demonstrated that true happiness comes from within, even in tough times. Rule 4: Make yourself valuable and allow others to invest in you. Recognize that you're unique, like a precious diamond that others should want to have. Your value isn't just about being around, it's about being a meaningful and purposeful part of someone's life. Remember, when something is easy to get, it's not appreciated. True appreciation comes from putting in effort and being committed. As people invest their time, emotions, and energy in you, their connection with you becomes stronger. You transition from being someone they barely like to becoming someone they truly care about. Your role isn't to beg for their attention or love, it's to demonstrate that you bring something valuable to their life, something worth their genuine interest. Let them choose to invest in you so your presence becomes a cherished part of their life, and they wouldn't want to let you go. Seneca said, "To make a diamond shine, you have to rub it, and to make a person better, they have to face hardships." This illustrates how your worth isn't just about existing, it's about being wanted and working to improve. Consider the story of Alexander the Great and his teacher Aristotle. Aristotle was an excellent teacher to the young ruler, acting like a shining light of knowledge and wise thinking, which was crucial for governing an empire. Alexander, known for being competitive and intelligent, understood how valuable Aristotle's lessons were. He invested a lot of time and effort learning from him. It wasn't a typical student-teacher relationship, it was an intimate connection where the student saw the teacher as a truly valuable resource, like a treasure trove of wisdom. Aristotle didn't make it easy for Alexander to learn, he made it a challenging journey to gain wisdom, and that made Aristotle's lessons so valuable for Alexander's greatness. Rule 5: Don't make somebody the most important thing in your life. Your life should not revolve around one person. Think of yourself as a bright star overhead, shining with your own light and energy. You have your own path separate from theirs. Don't let everything in your life revolve around them. You have your own dreams, goals, and identity as a person. This way of thinking makes you truly interesting and keeps them curious about your life. It makes them more excited about your independence and sense of adventure, making the relationship more intriguing. It's about making each other's lives better while staying true to yourself. When you don't put them at the center of your world, you become even more attractive. Living a life outside the limits of the relationship helps you continue to grow and adds excitement and freedom to your connection. Think about what Marcus Aurelius, the wise emperor and philosopher, once said: "If you are distressed with yourself, you are together with the universe." This quote relates to the idea of remaining independent in relationships. Now, let's consider someone from history, like Sir Isaac Newton, a brilliant scientist who changed how we understand the universe. Despite facing challenges and having many demands on him, he had a rich personal life with hobbies, friends, and his own interests. He could balance his work achievements with having diverse interests and a personal life. This made him not just an outstanding scientist but also a well-rounded individual. People admired him not only for his intellect but also for his independence. This combination of being independent in your own life and dedicated in your work is an excellent example of how it can lead to a more fulfilling and healthy lifestyle. Rule 6. Ensure your needs come first. This rule emphasizes the importance of considering what you truly need and how you feel in any relationship. You should always be aware of your own value and avoid being in situations where you're not valued or treated well. Recognize how important you are, and don't settle for anything less than you deserve. Your happiness and feeling good about yourself should never be something you compromise, especially not for someone who doesn't treat you right. When you put yourself and your happiness first, you're showing that you won't let anyone make you feel small or less important in any relationship. You are equal, and your feelings matter a lot. Don't allow yourself to be pushed aside or seek approval from others. Your aim is to have good, respectful relationships based on respecting yourself. When you stand up for yourself, you become more influential in anyone's life fundamentally. This rule reminds you that your happiness and self-worth are super important and should always be your main focus. It's about putting your own dreams and interests at the top of your priority list. In simpler words, as Marcus Aurelius once stated, it's not the things that happen that disturb people, but their judgments about those things. This quote connects with rule number 6 because it emphasizes the importance of reflecting on and handling situations in relationships. Consider the story of Lucius Quinctius Cincinnatus, a Roman leader known for being excellent in both the military and politics. What made him even more famous was how he always stuck to his own values and beliefs, even when people tried to persuade him to do things for power. He consistently chose to stick to what he believed in. When he wasn't needed for his service, he returned to his simple farm instead of getting involved in the extravagant world of politics. He avoided people who didn't respect his values. His story shows how important it is to put your own needs and values first and is a great example of how having dignity and taking care of yourself is crucial in all aspects of life. Rule 7. Don't always be readily available. The most extraordinary and exceptional things aren't everywhere, and your availability should not be either. Understand that your time is valuable, and you shouldn't offer it freely to anyone who asks. Put your own life first. Imagine a life where you're not constantly hanging around, where your entire life doesn't focus on meeting the expectations or desires of others. You have your own life to live and explore, and people who become a part of it should feel fortunate. It's important to find balance and not always be ready to drop everything for others. Show that your time and attention are valuable. People are attracted to those who have their own interests and plans. When it's evident that you're not just always hanging around, it intrigues them. They start wondering what you're up to, and it creates a sense of wanting to be with you. Being available all the time makes it seem like they can have you whenever they want. But remember, you're not just anyone, you're a valuable person. This isn't about playing games, it's about showing that you have an interesting life regardless of them. By not always being ready to drop everything for them, they learn to appreciate the time they get to spend with you. Avoid the temptation to always be available. Consider what Seneca said, "We often suffer more in imagination than in reality." This means it's essential to value your own time and intentions rather than fearing missing out or always being available to others. Let's look at Ada Lovelace, a brilliant and creative woman. She was a mathematician and writer, famous for being one of the earliest programmers. Even in a society where women were expected to play limited roles and always be available to others, Ada didn't conform to those rules. Instead, she focused on her work, delving into complex math and working with figures like Charles Babbage. Her dedication to her own projects and her decision not to always be available made her even more interesting and appealing. Ada's story shows how empowering it is to be your own person and how it can attract people to you. She didn't wait for others, she carved her path and captivated everyone around her with her unique passion and intelligence. Rule 8: Don't always be the one to start the conversation. This rule is about finding a balance in how you communicate in any relationship. It means understanding that it's not always good to be the one who initiates conversations all the time. Allowing the other person to take the lead occasionally is crucial. This approach shows that you have a life with different interests and activities, and it also helps you see if they are interested in you as well. Always being the one to start conversations could make you appear too available. This isn't about playing games, it's about ensuring there's mutual respect and effort in the relationship. Consider what Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." This means not copying behaviors that can create a disparity or make you feel as if people don't appreciate you. It's about maintaining your dignity and not constantly seeking attention or approval. Rule 9: Don't get too attached emotionally. This rule is about finding the right balance of emotions in your journey to becoming essential to someone. It means ensuring your emotions don't dominate the relationship and that your needs are heard and respected. It's about striking the right mix between expressing your feelings and maintaining a sense of control, even when emotions are part of who we are. Showing them too much can sometimes make us seem less important. In Seneca's words, the best way to deal with anger is to wait. This quote is at the heart of rule number 9. It's about being patient and controlling our deep reactions. Rule 10: Be ready to leave a relationship that doesn't treat you well. This rule is about embracing your own worth and not allowing anyone to disregard you. You need to set clear boundaries about how you want to be treated in any relationship. When those boundaries are consistently ignored, you must be brave enough to move on, even if you have strong feelings. This isn't about being mean, it's about taking care of yourself. It shows that you respect yourself and won't let someone mistreat you. By being ready to leave, you send a message that the situation is serious. This could make the other person realize they need to treat you better if they want to keep you in their life. Your goal is not to cling to relationships that don't make you happy and confident. Instead, it's about building strong connections based on mutual respect. Sometimes that means having the strength to leave when necessary. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have some control over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This means you have the power to control your inner strength and dignity even when things in your external relationships aren't going well. We've discussed 10 significant ways of making yourself extraordinary to others. These include keeping some mystery, not always being available, allowing others to invest in you, and putting your own needs first. You need to find the right balance in how you communicate and not make someone the center of your world. Taking care of your own happiness and well-being makes you more attractive. Remember, it's crucial to value yourself and be ready to leave relationships that don't treat you well. This isn't about seeking attention, it's about building strong and respectful connections. By following these rules, you become someone that others naturally want to value. If you ever feel like you're just an option, remember that you have the power to make choices in your life, including the choice to leave. Your worth is very high, and you deserve people who recognize and respect that. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe to join a community that values wisdom, courage, justice, and balance. Share how you'll use these principles in your life in the comments. Together, we're more than a channel, we're a community of guidance and respect. Don't miss out, be a part of our journey to living with purpose. Until next time.